is author Carole. She's the co-owner of Miles Smith Farm, where, I mean, she's going to tell you a lot about it, so I almost don't want to spoil any of it. So, here, welcome to the stage, the cow flipper. She'll explain it to you, Carole.
So yes, my name is Carole, and I'm a cow flipper. That's not a cow tipper, cow flipper. So you guys know what a house flipper is? They take a house and they fix it up and sell it for 3 or 4 times what they paid for it. Well, that's what I do with cows. So how did I get to be a cow flipper? It started with a horse. My first husband proposed to me, and he said, "Oh, by the way, let's get married and you can get a horse." So I said, "Of course, of course." So that marriage went really well for 25 years until the divorce. So when we got divorced, I was working for a Fortune 500 company, making 6 figures, and he was unemployed. So guess who paid alimony? Yes, ladies, it can happen. So I was traveling for my company, and he died. Now, I just want to tell you here, I had nothing to do with it. Nothing. I swear. So then I had 3 horses, 35 acres, and I reconnected with an old friend named Bruce. So Bruce and I dated for a while, and then he proposed to me. He said, "I think it would be more convenient if we lived together. And by the way, I'm buying a tractor." So first husband, deadbeat, horse, second husband, tractor, no brainer. So he moved in and we used his tractor to clear the fields. It cleared the brush and the weeds and the rocks. So all of you know, this is New England and so we have rocks. The tractor kept breaking. We needed help. So we decided to get some beef cattle. Now, back then, I knew nothing about cattle in general. But I did learn the difference between dairy cows and beef cows. So dairy cows, excuse me, to me, look like they're all skin and bones and they look like they're about to die. And the reason they look like they're about to die is because all of their energy goes into those udders to make milk. They are the Dolly Partons of the cow world. And by the way, they're very picky eaters. They only like grass, green grass. Beef cattle, on the other hand, eat everything. So we ended up with a bunch of cows and a bull. And after that, there was a lot of sex on the farm. And the cows had fun too. And that was actually a good thing because we wanted babies. Calves, not children. So what we would do was we would raise the calves, fatten them up, and then send them off to the butcher to make steaks. And one of our butchers lived in Maine, so we would say, "That calf's going to Maine." So do you know the difference between calves and children? Does anybody know the difference? Can you guess? Okay, so I'll tell you, if you don't know. When a calf pisses me off, it goes to Maine. Not so much with children. But now listen, aren't there parents out here, haven't you ever wanted to send your child on a one-way trip to Maine, even once? Just once? Yeah, here, yes, you're in the back there. So it's probably a good thing I don't have children. They frown on, sending kids to Maine. And besides, who wants to go to jail for eating a scrawny kid? So another thing I learned about cattle was that you can ride them. Who thought? Riding cattle, right? So I read about this girl in Germany whose parents wouldn't buy her a horse. So she trained her cow how to be ridden. And I thought, I think this is where my cow flipping career started. I thought, if I teach a cow to be ridden, it's going to get me a lot more money than sending it to Maine, right? So the first cow I got was, the first cow I tried, we had a lot of cattle, but the first cow I put a saddle on, Missy, I put the saddle on her and grabbed a random child, small child, walking around the farm. They come and visit, and everything went great. Missy walked, the child stayed on, everything was great. Nobody's going to Maine that day. Then I decided I would teach Patches how to be ridden. So this time I put a saddle on her, and this time I decided I would be the first one to ride. Have any of you seen bull riding? No? So how long do you think I lasted? Any guess? 7? Oh, you're optimistic. Anybody else? 30? Wow. Maybe half a second. Patches flipped me. So, let me ask you, what do you think I did with Patches after that? Oh my God, you guys are awful. Really? No. She went into the breeding program and got rewarded with lots of sex. And then I got a lot of little calves. And of course, some of them did come to me. But, so I really want to tell you, I have a book here. Yes, I named them, and I'm going to ask you if you don't know why I named them, because some of them I send off to the butcher, right? Some of them go there to Maine. But if you want to find out why I named them, you can get my book, Life, Death, and Miracles on the Farm. I'm Carol Soule, Cow Flipper Extraordinaire.